We
Yo, what's up?
live.
We live. EP.8, Culture Clash. We back, man. Happy Valentine's Day and all that. I know it's the Valentine's week, so we're gonna get that out the way. So happy Valentine's. I cannot say that word.
Facts, facts, facts.
Valentine's Day to everybody. So yeah, we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. I'm here with Don. How's your week been, bro? Everything's been good?
It's been lit, man. Still the first quarter of the year, so going hard with this first quarter.
Facts, facts. I'm guessing you got a chance to see the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I've seen the Super Bowl. A lot of stuff to unpack with the Super Bowl, man. A lot of things to unpack.
So exactly. So the Chiefs end up beating the 49ers 25 to 22. First off, what do you think? Is this first off, did you have any money involved? Did you lose was you losing or
Nah,
winning Sunday night?
you know what's funny? I was gonna do the Hard Rock bet. Y'all don't know if you
Yeah.
do Hard Rock bet because South Florida sports betting is like completely legal now. So
Illegal, right. Oh no,
yeah,
legal now, right?
no,
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's completely legal now. So they got the Hard Rock bet app, and I was trying to get my
Oh.
money on, and I was gonna put it on the Chiefs. Everything was lined up. I was like, yeah, let me go on the Chiefs, man. And for some reason, like I wasn't able to do it. So uh,
Oh,
I
like
didn't
it
I didn't
wasn't
put
it
the
was
money on.
like technical difficulties, like it wasn't working out
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. There's some weird technical
Um,
difficulty stuff. So
okay. And so but who was you rooting for? Who did you want to win?
I was going honestly. I wanted the 49ers to win. I
You wanted
just
the 49ers to win.
for some reason I knew that they was gonna rig it for the Chiefs, man. I
No.
just knew
So
it.
all right, so that perfect segue into my next what I was gonna ask next. Do you think it was rigged? Do you feel like it was rigged?
I feel like in a way it was like low key rigged, but
Wow.
just yeah. I feel like the NFL wanted the Chiefs to win.
What reasons do you think they would want the Chiefs to win,
The
particularly?
the whole the whole
Specific
whole
areas.
Taylor Swift thing, the whole Taylor Swift stuff.
Oh, wow. So you think okay? Do you think they showed showed her too much? Do you think that they paid too much attention of that, or do you
Hell
feel they
yeah,
kept it? Yeah, I heard it was only. I
stole
heard it
the
was
show.
less than a minute of screen time. I heard it was like 56 seconds or something like that.
Well, you got to think about how long 56 seconds is for like an NFL screenshot, right? So even if they showing her 4 or 5 seconds here, 5 6 seconds, and they're not gonna stay on her for a long time. It was always like quick shots. Taylor Swift here, Taylor Swift there, Taylor Swift here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
other superstars, you'll see them like quick 3 4 seconds. Like once, I think I seen Beyonce and Jay Z once. I don't know if they
yeah,
showed them
yeah.
any more time. So if they show Beyonce and Jay Z once for like 5 6 seconds, 56
Right.
seconds is a lot of screen time for the Super Bowl for one person.
Right. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Especially if you're not on the field, I guess. Like if you in the stands,
Exactly. You feel me?
that's a
Like
lot of time.
that's a lot. That because they're not gonna stay on. They're gonna stay on you for like 2 3 4 5 seconds.
Right.
So they
To
showed her a
me,
lot, bro.
they did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and to me, especially at the time, it felt like watching it. It felt like it was longer than 56 seconds that they were showing her.
Yeah,
Uh, but when I read it and it was said that they only showed it for 56 seconds, I was like, okay, that's not crazy. But
that's
at
a
the same
cop
time, it
out.
did. Yeah, what do you?
I feel like
How
that's
you
their
think of that?
cop out to be like, yeah, we didn't show her that much. We only showed her 56 seconds. But if you really think about it, 56 seconds is a long time, especially when it's sporadic. It's a
Yeah.
lot like a whole bunch of different times, bro. 56
Right.
seconds ain't no short amount of time to be shown during the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so I guess Taylor Swift she won a lot this year because he also won the Super Bowl. So, um, and so for you? What do you think? What was like the best moment for you and the worst moment? You would say?
Uh, I did like the overtime. Like I did like the game going to
Oh, okay. Yeah.
overtime.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It seemed like a competitive game, bro, but it just lined up too well for the NFL, bro. That shit
Where
just
do you think
lined
they
up
went
too
wrong?
well for
What
them.
do you think? Where do you think the 49ers messed up? Like, what do you think they did wrong?
Uh, damn. I mean, just just the way the game went, they didn't really go wrong. It's just that last they were supposed to score. Oh, they did go wrong. I'm tripping. They missed the
Yeah.
field goal or it got
That.
blocked.
Yeah. Yeah. That blocked field goal definitely made a difference because I was like they
That
could have
made a
used
big difference.
They could have used those 3 points at the end, but I don't know. And the crazy thing is that with that kick, I feel like it was the kicker's fault, man. I feel like he kicked it kind of low as compared to how kickers would usually kick it doing a field goal, because they were pretty close. It's not like they were that far back. They were pretty
Yeah,
close. You know what I mean? He definitely could have made it had it not been blocked. But you got to think, if the field goal kick gets blocked, that's pretty. I feel like you wasn't kicking high enough. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a tough one. When I seen them miss that, I was like, yo, that's gonna sting towards the end of the game, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
supposedly one of the 49ers missed a block when I guess the quarterback got tackled, they got sacked,
Right,
and he missed that
right,
block. So one of his
right.
teammates actually went on Twitter, like apparently he drunk tweeted saying, "Damn, like this dude missed the block, kind of costed us the game." But then he went and apologized the day
He,
after.
oh yeah, I mean he's just saying what everybody was thinking. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's just saying what everybody thinking. But the worst moment for me, or I think what was like the craziest thing to see, was Travis Kelsey yelling in his coach's face. Um, that was crazy. What do you think about that? Especially as somebody who's played on many sports teams and had coaches. How you is,
uh,
was that not crazy? Because when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is crazy. But then they didn't really say nothing about it at the time. But then I saw how everybody started reacting after, and I was like, okay, yeah, this must have been a big deal.
yeah, I feel like they gotta protect Travis Kelsey's
Image, yeah,
persona,
yeah,
his
yeah,
image,
yeah.
but
Right.
uh that was wild. That was wild that he like the man looked like he was about to tackle his own coach. But
Yeah.
this is football, and anybody who's been a part of like football, I was a part of the high school football team for just a small amount of time. Them dudes really just all of them
They're
dudes
very
is playing as
passionate.
hell
Yeah.
just like that. Yeah, passionate
Yeah.
like
And
that.
they're
So
very crazy.
I don't. It don't. It's wild, but it's not as wild to me seeing it. Like it seemed like
Right.
this is something that they always do. Just so much passion and
Yeah. And it
yeah,
was a Super
it's
Bowl,
like a
but
football thing for real, for real.
right. And a lot of people
The
were saying, though, I
49ers
was reading
missed
like,
both overtime.
yeah, we're about to talk about that. But yeah, I saw a lot of people reading and saying like, like they would have, if they was the coach, they would have benched him the entire rest of the game, like, which obviously that was not gonna happen. But I don't know. I just feel like it was crazy he would yell at his coach like that, because I've never seen any.
Yeah, like I said,
Well,
I
I
mean,
guess
a lot of these look
we seen
even
Stoudemire choke out. I mean, not Stoudemire,
yeah,
Latrell Sprewell choke out his fucking coach. So
yeah.
that was
Sometimes
pretty
like
crazy.
even most recently, Jimmy Butler going at his coach, the Miami Heat coach. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, yeah, facts.
Them
Yeah,
boys
that's
was about
true. That's
literally
true.
about to throw hands, and the coach was
That's
like, "Man,
wild.
yeah, yeah." And the coach
That's
spoke about it in the
wild.
conference, and he's like, Jimmy Butler, he's a different kind of being, man. Like he got so much
Yeah.
passion for the game, and apparently Coach Spoelstra's the same way. So
Oh.
he's like, I kind of understand it. Like it's nothing. Like we're cool, but this is
Mm-hmm.
just unfortunately how we get. And like I said, if you play sports, at certain levels, you know that
Right.
this
Like,
this this is gonna happen. It's not abnormal for stuff like that to happen. It is disrespectful, like Leger said, but it's not abnormal for it to happen.
yeah. It is very disrespectful, I think. But looking at what Leger said, did y'all hear about the 49ers not knowing the overtime rules? Yeah, I saw that. And I thought that was crazy. I think that's another cop out. I feel like that was a cop out thing. I saw their coach doing. He's like, yeah, because they showed the rules on the screen to us. And
Yeah,
from
yeah,
what other
yeah.
players were saying is that they do a bunch of like Super Bowl practice or whatever, and they prepare them. So I don't know why they said that. But did you see that?
I didn't see what I seen. I seen something about that. The overtime rules. I didn't know the
Yeah,
49ers said they didn't know about it. Like,
yeah, they were like saying like, yeah, we weren't exactly sure of the rules. And which when they put them up on the screen, I was kind of confused too, looking at them like, what? Like, because they were saying like, oh, each team will get a chance to have the ball. And I'm like, well, yeah, duh. Like, isn't that's what I figured.
well,
But
they
and I
they
didn't notice anything different, any rules different, unless I just wasn't paying attention. But
yeah they
um,
changed it for the Super Bowl. They changed the overtime rules. It's not the same. You know what I mean? So like definitely that's a cop out because the ref did explain it to both of them. He's like, it's
right,
technically a start of a new game. Normally overtime, the first team to score wins. normal overtime.
Oh,
Yeah. So if
oh yeah, that's right. That is
yeah,
how it
yeah,
used to be. When did
yeah,
when did they
yeah,
start
yeah.
it this way? When did they
It's
start
the
it this way?
super because it's the Super Bowl.
Oh, cause
During the
it's the
regular
Super Bowl. Okay,
season.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
during the
forget. Yeah,
regular season,
yeah,
they don't need. It's like first team to score because they want to get the game over with. They don't want to keep pushing it because it's not an important game. Although it is important, but it's not as important as the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl, they give both team chances to score.
got
I
it.
guess apparently
Well,
the
yeah, they should know that.
49ers
They
didn't.
should have known that for sure. They should have known that.
But what does that
They
have to?
definitely.
They didn't score on their drive anyway, did they?
What, a touchdown?
The 49ers, yeah, they didn't score on their drive, so it didn't even matter.
I think they didn't.
I
They
think they
get like a
kicked the
little kick, a little 2 point kick or
they kicked the field
something like
goal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think they kicked the field
normally, uh, yeah. So that don't even make sense. Them saying that they didn't know the overtime rules because they kicked the field goal. Normally in normal overtime, when they kick the field goal, the other team still gets a chance to score a touchdown. That's how it goes.
goal. Right.
So it's the first team to
Okay.
score an actual touchdown. So they
Got you.
kicked the field goal and the Chiefs scored the touchdown. So it's like it don't even matter if you didn't know the overtime rules, y'all.
Yeah.
I guess they're saying if they really knew the overtime rules, they would have went for the touchdown instead. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because me, I was like, when I saw them doing that kick, I was like, why are they kicking it? They should just either just like, I maybe not, I would have maybe run it from that far, but they could have done I would have done a pass play over kicking a field goal.
Yeah,
And
maybe they're trying to maybe that's their cop out for bad coaching and bad understanding because like you said, it probably would have been better. But I mean, it's just I don't know because
yeah, it
they
would
kicked the
because they
field
would have
goal.
got, bro. They would have say they, cause okay, yeah, they would have risked not had gotten those 3 points at all. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say they had got that touchdown or at least gotten close to first down, gotten the first down again, close enough. Well, no, they were on fourth or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Had they had
Mm-hmm.
that got a touchdown instead of doing the kick, it would have been what, 6 points, right?
Yeah. 6 points
And
plus
wait,
the
am I
field goal,
tripping or
7
didn't it?
points.
But every time I saw, if I'm not, unless I'm tripping, both touchdowns I saw said what
Mm-hmm.
was +6.
Nah,
No,
I think the 49ers kicked the field goal on that last one,
I know they did
and
have.
then they were down by 3, and the Chiefs
Okay,
scored a
maybe I was
touchdown.
tripping. Maybe I'm
So
tripping.
if
Maybe I'm tripping.
it was just that's a cop out for them. That's a cop out for them
Yeah,
because
I mean, maybe they wasn't really trying to like use it as a thing, but I think they was just letting everybody know everything that was going on in their minds and how they was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they was trying to use it
yeah,
as an excuse, but they were just letting them know, like, we didn't really know the rules. So, which it felt that way. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it did.
yeah, they should have.
I feel like there was a lot of parts of that game that felt like they didn't know what they were doing or that they were kind of like overwhelmed. Well, the Chiefs really seemed like they were really overwhelmed at first. I think
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they were kind of messing up and they were kind of like all over the place. But then they got it together. And there was this injury, that crazy injury. I forget the player's name, where he was just walking
oh
out
yeah,
onto the field and he just like collapsed. Like, I don't know
that was
what that
OD.
was.
I think
And then
he pulled
apparently it was his
something.
Achilles. Yeah, it was his
Was
Achilles.
his
They say it was
Achilles?
yeah, that's what they saying.
Oh, that's the same thing that happened to Kevin Durant. I remember that
But how
time
does
he
that
pulled
happen
his
from just
Achilles.
walking? Was it like already probably like weak or something?
Nah, that's not necessarily supposed to happen. That's just terrible luck in that situation.
Yeah,
Terrible,
bro.
terrible
Because
luck because
I just saw a buddy walk out, and then all of a sudden it was like he just collapsed, which was really
Kevin
weird.
Durant tore his Achilles in warm-ups. I remember that. That was a while back.
Yeah, it was definitely like a run walk. He was like he was kind of excited. It looked like he was excited to get out there, and he just kind of
Yeah.
collapsed. Like, yeah, but hope he
So
gets better.
sometimes the Achilles tear is just like terrible luck. Sometimes I guess sometimes the Achilles just says, time to snap." Because
Yeah, and I hear that it's like the most painful, one of the most painful injuries. Yeah, I can only imagine. So what about Ice Spice? You saw Ice Spice? What you did you know Ice Spice was cool with Taylor Swift? You knew they was chilling like that?
not necessarily. I just knew they had that one song together. So this is definitely
Yeah,
just. I believe it's just one of them PR things where they're like, "Here, let's put you guys together."
together
And
in the
I've been
same
saying this.
environment.
Look. The two industry plants hanging together. I've been saying it. I've been saying Ice
Rachel
Spice
said
and industry plant. Yeah, she was networking.
Rachel said she was networking.
I've been saying Ice Spice and industry plant. I've been saying Taylor Swift and industry plant. They both together chilling in the skybox.
Wow. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting game. It was definitely an interesting game. But you know what we needed to talk about before we, obviously before we exit is the halftime show that was brought to us by Usher. Um,
I think it was fire,
First,
but
that was crazy. It was really, I think it was really good. It was a really good halftime show. I'm still kind of thinking that I was feeling Rihanna's last year's a little
yeah,
bit better.
it's funny
Yeah.
because Rachel said every year I say, "Yo, this is one of the best halftime shows," and I did say that
Uh,
last year. And I feel like Usher, in a way, damn, he went harder than Rihanna. Reason being because at the time last year, remember Rihanna was pregnant, so she couldn't go
oh
as
yeah, I
hard.
think we can go super crazy. That's true.
Usher,
I
that
forgot about
that
that.
nigga was going hard, bro, like dancing, doing crazy. What he did like this, doing his crazy dance moves, hugging up on people's wives.
Yeah, Usher was doing the
My
most. What do you
man,
think about that? You think I saw Swiss Beats had like responded to that, and he was obviously cool with it, which I figured
yeah,
he that's how he was gonna react because he's not that type of dude, especially not for someone who you could tell he's cool with like that. But well,
yeah.
man, do you still think? I still don't know. I've been looking at clips today, and it seems like I don't know. It seems Usher is going too far sometimes, bro. In some of these performances. Well, let's see what
Yeah.
she was talking about. Snapping like a rubber band, like you could just go in your tippy toes in this now. Oh, that's
Oh, the
crazy.
Achilles
Wait,
tendon.
but
Yeah.
okay, yeah. And to get back to that real quick, though, but how does it get? My thing is like, how does it? Can it just happen to anybody any
Yeah, that's
time?
what I'm
Because
saying. It's so random.
like or like,
It could just
but
happen.
it's probably more likely, I'd assume, to happen to athletes and people like that are constantly, I
Yeah,
guess, like
who
running back and
overusing
forth.
it.
Because I know it happens to soccer players a lot. So, 'cause
But if you
Jesus,
step
like,
wrong on
'cause-
that thing, sometimes it could snap. I seen a video on Twitter, some kid doing some trick. He was running up some ramp. It's this a Twitch streamer. He was running up a ramp. Bro, snapped his Achilles just running up the ramp.
he- that's freaking crazy. I would hate that. I don't even like getting a Charlie horse. You know what they call them
Oh
Charlie
yeah,
horses or what
yeah,
them
yeah,
joints is called?
yeah.
Bro, I get one of those and I'm like, feel like I got shot or something. Like
What
it's
you asked?
crazy, but
Did you think it was rigged? We spoke
dude, I
about that.
think
I mean, I guess what you think? You
I
think it
don't
was rigged?
know. I guess I don't know anymore. I guess
It's
like
tough. It's really tough with sports, man. Because if they rig it, they could rig it. Not easy. But I feel like they can make ways to rig it.
I mean,
But
of
I feel
course,
like it's
yeah. I
still
mean,
kind
they,
of hard.
yeah, it would be. I guess. I mean, I don't agree with that. I don't think it would be hard for them to rig it if they all collectively, especially if the government or something was like involved. I don't know how high up that goes, but even if it
Oh,
was just,
speaking of the government, did you see there was two wild things I seen on Twitter, right? And then we're gonna get back to the Usher conversation. I know this went like way off, but did you see
yeah.
Joe Biden post what he posted? And that wasn't even a parody page.
Oh yeah.
You
And
seen
I
that?
know you're supposed to be like joking or whatever, but yeah, I seen it. When he
What kind
posted,
of
he's like,
freaking
yeah,
joke is
just like
that?
beforehand. But then you got remember a
That was
nigga,
weird.
a politician like Joe Budden though. But remember, so Joe Budden, a politician like Joe Biden ain't controlling his own Instagram. He probably got some 21-year-old kid from like Harvard or something in the tech department
That
controlling
was
it.
weird.
So,
And then Hillary
but
Clinton posted she was like, congratulations to Taylor Swift's boyfriend and the Chiefs.
that's OD. Yeah,
I was like, yo,
but
what's up with these politicians today?
yeah, they weird, bro. But the Usher performance, though, back to the Usher performance. So would you so do you like I was saying, like I've been watching like a lot of videos of his performances, even one that I saw that he did with Nicki Minaj, where he was like very hands-on. And I don't know. I don't know. Do you think they rehearsed this, or do you think that
That's a good question. I don't think it's rehearsed. I think
mm,
this is Usher's niche now, and he realized how
to do what? To do what?
to be serenading like other people's like women. You know what
Woman.
I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of his
yeah.
niche. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he was serious when he was like, "Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real." That's my
Yeah, I was
girl.
thinking about that today. I was
Bro,
like, yeah, he wasn't
serious,
playing.
bro. But he knows that it's gonna be a lot of headlines. I don't think they rehearsed that, but he was definitely I could tell he was doing it to kind of get headlines, but still not going
Mhm.
too hard. You know what I mean? Because there was a few times where he
Yeah.
got near Alicia Keys' butt. He looked like he was about to tap it, but he just kind of glazed his hand over it. You know what I mean? But yo, it makes for some good jokes. But yeah, I definitely
God.
like understand what I understand where Swiss Beats was coming from. Everybody's like,
Hmm.
yo, Swiss Beats, but yo, you could just make so much jokes out of that, bro. Like
Yeah,
so
of
much
course. You
memes.
make. I don't know. I think Usher knows what he's doing, bro. I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
testing the waters with everybody. But I mean, yeah, I remember him and Alicia Keys obviously have a history. That song came out in like 03, 04, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I'm sure she's very professional. She kept it professional,
Yeah,
and
she
she
did.
didn't, so
She didn't do
so that was
nothing
a cool
back. That's how I know like this was more just on Usher's, and I feel like he was trying to like just he got the Super Bowl. I seen something that said he only got paid 600, technically $671 for the
yeah, but
Super
he's gonna
Bowl
get a lot of
in the
back end, yeah.
making. Yeah, back end money. So I think he was like, "Yo, we have to do something that is kind of wild," and I guess that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I looked up on Apple iTunes. I saw this week "My Boo," the song with Alicia Keys was like up like number 3 or something like that. Like it was like went back up.
It's
So, and I'm
crazy what
sure
the
everybody's
Super Bowl
about to be
halftime show
bumping
can do.
confessions. Yeah, it is. That's why a lot of people try to get that spot. Before we move on, though, last thing about it, because I know we don't, I don't want to be on here for super long. We still got time because we're going to be on here, I think, for a while. But um, I saw an interview recently with Lil Wayne. He was doing a podcast, and they were asking him, like, because apparently what he's saying is that the Super Bowl in the next 2 years is going to be held in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So he was saying that he would love to. What do you think? You think they would let Lil Wayne? You think they would let Lil Wayne do the halftime show for the Super Bowl?
Um. Yeah. From to my knowledge, Jay Z still controls the halftime show.
And okay, so boom.
And
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but let me ask you this: Does
yeah,
he is because I heard about that too? Is it complete control? Like is whoever he picks, that's who's doing it?
I think he has like creative control. So it's more of just like he probably presents it to them, and they have to
Right,
okay it. You know what I mean?
right.
Would he present Lil Wayne is the question, and I don't know because I don't know. I remember they had this little mini weird beef or not beef a while back.
Who
You know
Jay?
what I mean?
Oh
Jay Z and
yeah,
Lil Wayne.
yeah. Cause oh yeah, I
So
don't even think they're cool, right? They're not cool.
that's what
I don't
I'm
think they're
saying.
cool.
I don't know.
Oh, he ain't doing that shit.
So
Ain't no way.
yeah,
I
that's what
forgot
I'm
about that.
saying. Jay Z probably like, yeah, buddy.
And he
Remember when you
and
said
Lil Wayne
what?
like was making references to Beyonce and stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
exactly. So yeah, that's probably gonna be that's probably a no no. Definitely.
I don't see how happening unless you'd have to really do some apologizing or something. Maybe like behind the
Yeah,
scenes they
yeah,
could
yeah.
talk. Yeah, but me for me though, I feel because you know how I be. I already feel like no none of our black entertainers in power have complete power. So that's why I
You think
always
so?
ask because I feel like I feel like he doesn't have complete control. I feel like he's someone has to even what's dude name who owns NFL or whatever. I always forget his name,
I
but
forgot his name. Yeah,
um
I know. I know you're talking about.
yeah, even if it's him, I feel like somebody has to give it the go. And I just feel like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point, they're probably gonna get a little bit tight because for the past 2-3 years, it's been like hip hop R&B at the Super Bowl halftime. So they're probably gonna be like, yo, let's switch it up. Like
That's why it's been fire. That's why it's been fire because
yeah, so I
this one was
fire. Yeah,
Usher.
that's true.
This one was
That's true.
Usher.
Yeah.
Last one was Rihanna. I think the one before that was The Weeknd. Come on, and then
No, it wasn't it. No, it was. Remember, it was
it was
Dr. Dre and 50 and not 50 Cent, but Dr. Dre and Eminem and all of them. I don't remember if that was who was first,
damn,
them or
you're
the
right.
weekend. Or was the weekend before them? I don't remember, but yeah, so like the
I think
past 4 or 5 years.
yeah. It was The
Yeah, so it's
Weeknd.
been
Yeah,
black.
for past 4 years was Weeknd, then Dr. Dre and them, then then Rihanna, then this one.
Yeah,
Taylor
ooh, I
Swift will be
like this.
next year.
Rachel says Taylor Swift will be next year. I agree with that one. I wouldn't be surprised at all. That's probably
I wouldn't be
mandatory right
surprised
now.
at all.
I would
I
not be
wouldn't be
surprised. I would
surprised
not
at
be
all, man.
surprised.
That I mean, yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
kind of just given for that one.
for what for Swift for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, for Taylor Swift. I mean, it honestly, I feel like this year would have been the best for it. They probably had Usher already lined up. Like they probably had Usher lined up, and Jay Z presented them Usher or something like that. And in their heads, they were probably like, "Damn, we want Taylor Swift, but we don't want to." You know what I'm saying? Like, just change this guy's
But
whole plan.
if like, but yeah, like if you said this is all planned, then they was to know, oh, she's gonna win the Grammy this year, and then she's gonna win the Super Bowl. So we got her next year. Is we gonna have her out there. It's gonna make her even more. So, oh man, I don't know. But anyway, speaking of which, that's a perfect segue into our next topic. Let's talk about the Grammys, the 2024 Grammy Awards. First off, shout out to Killer Mike, who, as I predicted correctly, won every rap category for album of the year, rap performance of the year, and rap song of the year. Which I don't even really understand the difference between rap performance and rap song. Like I don't get it. Like. Do they mean literal performance? Like
I guess like how they performed on the song, like I
okay,
guess how
okay,
they come
okay,
in on the
okay.
song. I
Like your
guess
delivery. Yeah, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay,
how they
okay. Yeah, that
deliver and
makes
all that.
sense. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Also,
So
he
yeah,
won it for
so
all
Killer,
those.
yes, he won all three. He did a sweep, the whole rap category. He won. And I don't know if you ever said, did you get a chance to ever listen to the album or no, you didn't get a chance
I
to really.
started the other day. I didn't finish. I didn't finish listening to it. I
Okay,
started
okay,
listening to it. I like
okay,
listening to
okay,
a few tracks.
okay. Yeah, no, me, I listened to it. I've listened to it many times since the day that it came out because I think there's a lot of good songs on there, particularly the one that won best rap song and best performance, which features Andre 3000 and Future. Which I don't know. I
Yeah,
know this is not Future's first Grammy. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is, and
I
I
don't
know
think so.
it's. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know what number it is though. I should have looked that up. But I also know that it is definitely not Andre 3000's because I know he won many of them with Outkast. So.
Yeah,
Um, Yeah, but I think it was well deserved, man. I think it was well deserved because he was up in a couple of different categories. Not well, yeah, obviously he was up in those the whole rap category. But as far as rap album of the year, he got a lot of people kind of upset winning this because there's a lot of people who felt his album was not the best rap album of the year. He was up against um the 21 and
Travis Scott.
21, yep, 20 Travis Scott with Utopia, 21 Savage and Drake with the Her Loss. Um what is it? Heroes and Villains with Metro Boomin's out like, album, everybody on there. And
It's
then
pretty
he
decent. Yeah, I
also
like that
was,
one.
yeah, that one was cool too. And then it was Nas's King's Disease 3, which his last two won
Mm.
rap album of the year, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but man, I listened to all those albums, bro. All of them pretty extensively. To be honest, I like all of them. I even like the Her Loss. I told you, I think, in my opinion, Her Loss, as far as for me, Her Loss is Drake's best and 21's best work since for a couple years, in my opinion. So I listen
Yeah,
to it a lot, and I listen to Heroes and Villains a lot. There's a couple of songs on there I like a lot, and out of all of them, KD3 I listen to, Nas's I listen to the least, and then Utopia I probably listen to the most. And I love Utopia. Remember we talked about it when it came out. I loved it, but I don't think it deserved to win um any other
uh,
rap categories, not over Killer Mike. Maybe if you just take out Killer Mike, then I'll give you, if Killer Mike for some reason didn't drop an album or he wasn't included, then I'd give you the argument that okay, maybe Utopia should have won, but not. That album was not in any way, shape, or form better than it's not even better than Travis Scott's last album. So there's no way that it's but it was really good. But Travis Scott not winning got a lot of the younger crowd very upset, especially the streamers. Like Kai Cenat was pissed and did like a whole thing. Kai Cenat
yeah, snapping.
said he didn't even know who Killer Mike was, which I thought was crazy. But um, and so Joe Budden obviously came out in defense of this, and then Aiden, the white kid, I think that's his name, right? Aiden Ross or something like that.
Aiden
And then
Ross. Yeah.
yeah, Aiden Ross, he got into it. What do you think, bro? You know what I think. I'm sorry, I asked you a question, but I answered it, and but
It's all good.
I think like when this whole kind of new hip young rapper thing started, the older people like Snoop Dogg and the Dr. Dre's and the all them older salty rappers and the Joe Buttons, they didn't like him at first. They tried to block them from even getting in, and it
Yeah.
obviously didn't work. And we are here now, and now even some of those older guys have come to accept the younger guys like Snoop Dogg, especially. So that's why it's like I'm not too mad that the younger crowd is like retaliating this way because there was a time when y'all was like trying to keep them from even reaching their goals.
Yeah.
But But I think it's getting a little out of hand because it's like I think with the younger crowd, especially that like rap fans, they just automatically are gonna say anything that is made by the younger, hipper, new crowd is better
Yeah,
than the older crowd, or that they don't even recognize the old crowd, which I think is crazy. But go ahead. You
yeah.
tell me what you think about that. Yeah.
How the way I put it, because like I said, I was actually surprised that Killer Mike won, right? Not even because I didn't listen to the record, I didn't listen to the album. I knew he
Right.
dropped the album, but like it just didn't hit me to listen to it. Everybody, I did. You're not the only one who said it was good. A lot of other people, when he first dropped, people were like, "Oh, it's good," but I just never got a chance to check it out. So, but I was surprised because like I don't know, like I don't think there was much promotion on the album, and it kind of gives the Grammys more integrity for actually getting it right when it comes to the rap album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like
Right.
we
Yeah.
know with them giving it to Killer Mike, there's not no politics behind it and things like that. Like they actually,
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that,
well, I'm
but
thinking when I see it like that, I'm thinking no politics because I feel like if there was politics and stuff like that,
right.
somebody like Travis Scott probably would have won because I don't know all these labels, probably pushing the hell out of Travis Scott and things like that. Like, is Killer Mike signed? Is he signed or is he independent? Do you know?
He signed some to some degree. Every rapper
He
is signed
signed.
at some level. So, which we'll talk about that
Yeah,
later too.
yeah.
But we're also going to talk
But
more
yeah,
about where you.
so
Yeah.
so I feel like it's a good thing that Killer Mike got because now it just gives me more like there's some kind of integrity in giving a Grammy to Rap Album of the Year
Right.
because
Right.
I didn't see much promotion on Killer Mike's album. I don't know if there was.
There
I didn't
wasn't.
really see
I
it
don't.
like
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
what would
There
you
wasn't much
consider
promotion.
promotion? What do you consider promotion? Or what is name an album that you would say, oh, that got a lot of promotion?
Well, like let's say like a Drake album, right? Like you're always seeing Drake like promotion on the album, even
All right.
the
Well,
what do you
other
what they
than
call
Drake, let's
the
say
what tour,
Drake is out of it. Other than Drake, who
even
would you say?
even Travis Scott, like even he got that tour. I don't know if Killer Mike went on tour or not. That's what I'm saying. I just don't know, but
I think he
probably
did.
because I haven't seen it. I don't know if
Not, but
he
remember,
got
obviously
a
Killer
Michael
Mike, which
tour.
like you said is why it's amazing, good that he won. Killer Mike ain't gonna sell out like well, probably not, maybe I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think he does like Madison Square Garden and like where the Heat play or nothing like that. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I think he does like smaller, semi smaller venues.
yeah. That's what I'm
But I
saying.
could be
So
wrong.
that's why like I kind of respect the decision. Like if the album was good, I respect that they gave him album of the year. For the younger crowd
No,
to be like, oh, why they give him album of the year, but who's Killer Mike? They need to understand that they're not going off of who is Killer Mike. They're going off of like his artwork, his art that he did. You know what I mean?
right, absolutely. And like who deserves it. And I think that's what it is. I think it's like they listened to it and they were like, yo, there's no way that we can't give him now the sweep, I guess, so is what really irritated people, like I said, is that like, oh, he should have just won the two and shouldn't have, and Travis should have won best rap album. But that's my thing. I feel like people, particularly Travis Scott fans, they just think he should win. Every album should win, of his should win. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't
you
know.
got to
It's like
think.
because
You got to think of
I
somebody
listen.
like I
Oh, go ahead.
guarantee.
What you
I
say?
didn't listen to. I didn't listen to it yet, but I guarantee with them giving Killer Mike's album a Grammy, his album was well thought out. It's probably structured. There's probably a story to it. You know what I mean? And like all of that. I don't think Travis Scott was like that. It seemed like I think Travis Scott was more of a hop in the studio and just turn up and make some fire
I mean, I think
tracks.
he put a little more effort into it than that. But I would say Killer Mike's is like an actual like moving album or a moving project, like a piece of work. It's like emotionally moving, but Utopia ain't
Yeah,
emotionally moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing on there that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just Travis Scott talking about the stuff that his life and the stuff that he usually does, which is cool. Not saying it's not cool,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's why I'm like you go in there, fire tracks. You know what I'm saying? Make really good music, but
right.
as a whole project, like a art type deal, it probably wasn't as good as Michael, Killer Mike's.
Right. And then like crazy, like I saw. Well, we'll talk about that now. We'll talk about kind of the lesser known people who won, which I'm not going to get into all of them, but um, somebody that was surprising that won for me at least. But you know, I don't be listening to like pop music, but Miley Cyrus, like I did. I guess Miley Cyrus is
She won
back.
some.
She won the Grammy. She won record of the year for she got a song called
Oh, for
uh,
flowers.
Flowers.
Oh yeah.
What's is it like a really
I'm not
popular
surprised.
song?
I
Mi-
can buy
it-
myself flowers. You never heard that shit? I can lay in the sand, spending my
no.
for hours. That was a banger all year. Yeah, she deserved
What? Oh wow, maybe I
that.
don't know.
She deserved
Maybe it's
that.
one of them
I ain't
joints
gonna
where I
lie.
heard it, but I
That was
didn't know
hard.
it was her when I heard it.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what it
you
is.
probably heard because I didn't know it was her when I heard it. That it was going
Wow.
crazy on TikTok. All that. Yeah, that was a banger. She deserved that. I can't
Wow,
lie to you.
that's so
But
crazy.
I heard they snubbed SZA. SZA either should have got was Snooze up for song of the year.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I was going to talk about next. This artist named Victoria Monet won Best R&B Album, and everyone was saying that SZA should have won. All her fans and everybody was saying that SZA should have won that. But I've never even heard of Victoria Monet. I did not know who. I didn't know who this girl was prior to seeing her win this Grammy. Have you ever heard of her before?
Nah, Victoria Monet. I think I heard the name.
Victoria
Is
Monet.
she
I have no idea who this
Victoria
person
Monet?
is.
Is there a Janelle Monet? Am I tripping? Is there a Janelle
Yes,
Monet artist? Okay,
yes,
so I'm
I
thinking
know
of
who that is. I do
so
not know
yeah, I'm
who
thinking of a
Victoria
different
Monet is.
artist. Yeah, I don't know
I have no idea, but
Victoria
she
Monet. So she won song of the album of the year,
R&B album of the year. Yeah.
R&B. Yeah, they're tripping. I don't know why they didn't give it to SZA.
Yeah, but
She deserved that.
SZA won like best R&B something. She won like two, two of them.
Yeah,
So she's not like
two of the biggest. I believe two of the biggest songs in 2023 was "Flowers" and "Snooze." Two of the biggest songs in my opinion, like that smashed the whole year.
right.
Like you heard it all over TikTok and all that.
Oh, it's not a popularity contest. You're correct. It's not. It's not. And I was telling that somebody like that's what I was telling people about that were getting upset about the Travis Scott thing. I'm like, you want this album to win and him to win because he and the album are more popular than Killer Mike and his album. But that's not how this works. The Grammy people don't decide to just usually they don't decide just based on popularity. There
Popularity.
are some years where people have won where it would seem that way. Uh,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. That's why I believe that the integrity is kind of going back into the Grammy because like there's some
yeah, the
years where you're like,
integrity
damn,
might be
this
yes.
it's a popularity contest, but now it's like you're seeing they're kind of giving the right awards here and there.
Yeah. So I hope they stick to that, bro. I mean, and again, it's based on rap as well because it's not like people always, you know, it's not like the person who wins always deserves to win, and it's not like the person who loses or that the person who won didn't deserve. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
Yeah,
but it just lately it's been feeling more on the side that they've been giving it to people based off of popularity, especially who was it that won? Somebody crazy. I forgot who it was. It was a girl, but somebody won that I was like, wow, they gave that person a Grammy. That's crazy. But maybe it was Cardi B because I don't because that year when Cardi B won Best Rap Album, I looked at that list and I don't believe her rap album was the best rap album that year, but she won it. So yeah, I had no idea who Victoria Monet was. No idea. Let's
Jay-Z's
move on,
speech.
man. Let's talk a little bit about another topic.
Real quick on Jay-Z's speech. You see what he said on his speech?
Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about that. My bad. That's my bad. Jay-Z did the Kanye. He went up there. So that too. Like, what do you think? What you think? You think he got who's a little he remembered those VMAs and he was like, nah, I gotta. Or do you think he wasn't
So
even thinking
yeah,
about that?
so yeah, that goes into kind of what we were talking about, where it's like this year kind of gave back the integrity of the Grammys, right? And he was pretty much he's kind of I guess salty that Beyonce has so many Grammys but hasn't won album of the year. So he's like,
It's
yo, y'all gotta fix.
crazy.
Yeah, y'all gotta
I
fix
didn't even know. I didn't even
something.
think about that or really register that until he said it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's true." Like,
Yeah. Um, but yo, when's album of the year? I feel like this. Okay, so I guess I could say this. I feel like there are some Grammy awards that are politics and popularity. There's some. Album of the year probably is one of them. Where it's like, yeah, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of more politics and
No, because
popularity involved.
I would have
Like
to disagree
complete album of
because
the year.
there's years where they give it to like some random like white band or something like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Yo, who is like like who is even these people?" So album of the year, especially. But then again, I'm not, especially this year. I'm not surprised that they would give it to Taylor Swift over Beyonce. But it's
Was
messed up because I think
I don't think Beyonce was up for album of the year this year.
oh she wasn't even up for it. You sure?
Nah. I think Jay Z was just kind of just in generally speaking. Yeah, I looked at. She wasn't up
Oh,
for it
that's
this year.
crazy.
She was up
If
for
she
album
wasn't
of the
even
year
nominated,
last
that's
year.
crazy.
Yeah, she wasn't even nominated. I don't think she was nominated.
But
She
I
was
would
up
say,
for it
wouldn't
last
you
year and lost to
say
Harry Styles?
that's crazy? But I
Harry's
would
home.
say that I would say that, and anybody in the chat could let us know how you feel. But I would say this album right here, because the album before this one, right? What's this one called? This one's called um um
The what?
what's it called again?
Renaissance.
Renaissance,
You
right?
talking about Renaissance?
The new
Yeah.
one, right? Before this was what? Lemonade or
Before Renaissance was damn, I don't know. Beyonce.
okay, either way, whatever it is, this could be argued because maybe I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but I feel like this album of hers, this past run that she had with this tour, was her biggest run, like her
Renaissance.
biggest drop.
Well, Renaissance, right? She lost.
Yeah.
She lost. Remember, Renaissance dropped in 2022.
Oh,
So
that's right.
yeah,
That's right. That's right.
so
That's
it
right.
went up
That's right.
against
That's right. That's right. I'm
Harry's
tripping.
home.
Yeah, yeah.
So she lost
Okay.
to Harry Styles.
She lost to him. That's wild. Yeah, they
Yeah,
tripping with that. They tripping
that's
for
what I'm
that.
saying. They were
And
about
Taylor
to.
has won. Just Taylor has won 3 times. Three
Yeah.
times.
So like I said, that's what makes you think it's a popularity and politic contest when it comes to that. Because I honestly think Renaissance definitely should have won over Harry's home. 1,000%. I believe so. Harry's home. I ain't gonna cap. Harry's home had bangers on it. It did.
He
But
named his album Harry's Home. What was it, like a Christmas
yeah.
album or something?
Nah. His that album was kind of fire. But it was not. I think Beyonce's album was like way better. Just everything around it was better. Harry's Home was just like a utopia, like just good bangers on it. That's it. You know what I mean? But Renaissance, it had that aura to it.
It sure did. It sure did.
I did not know, and I don't know if you knew that. I did not know Harry Styles was a Jonas brother. So I didn't know that. He's
Jonas
one
brother.
of the brothers. Yeah, he's one of the brothers.
I know he was in one of them bands, but it was the Jonas Brothers.
Rachel, correct me if I'm wrong. If you hear us saying this, but it's one of them bands. I think it's the Jonas Brothers. He's not one of them. Which band is it?
Sure.
It's
It's
one
not
band.
the Jonas.
It's not the Jonas.
Wasn't
Brothers.
he in
Which one is it?
I want to say One Direction.
One Direction? No. One Direction. Is it One Direction? One Direction. There you go. A Jonas brother. That's OD.
I knew it. I think it said the Jonas Brothers. I'm like, wouldn't his last name be Jonas?
Harry Jonas. You're right. That was dumb.
His name would be
I thought it
Jonas.
was Harry Styles Jonas.
So I'm like, what? Jonas Brothers. I'm like, I could have sworn that shit was One Direction, but
Same shit. Anyway, One Direction.
yeah, I
Jonas
love
Brothers,
that.
same to me.
I can't even picture like who is the Jonas Brothers. Like
Me neither.
I
That's
know
why I didn't know. I didn't know he was a Jonas brother. I mean, I didn't know he was a One Direction. So I mean,
but
they
yeah,
all-
he
they all
all
same.
right, man. Let's I got to get the pictures up, but we're not in a rush today. But anyway, but I got the banner up. Let's talk about Universal Epic Studios, man. And y'all out there close to that area. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put out your business, but you in that general area, so you probably can literally drive by and see this. You haven't been to Universal in a while, maybe, right? Maybe you probably been
Well, I've been to City Walk. I ain't go to any
City
Universal
Walk.
or
Can you
Island.
see? Because I went like I think that was like it was like last year when I went, yeah, and I don't remember even seeing any
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say, I don't know where they building this thing because I don't see no
He
nothing
said,
there
"I don't know what
there
you're saying."
there. I don't know where they building it.
Maybe,
It's
maybe,
gotta
maybe I'm
be.
tripping. Maybe I had seen like from the distance, I had seen like the ground because now it's like really a lot is more has been built. But at the time, I think it was just a lot of just like land. But so this thing is getting built, and I'll bring pictures up and stuff. What do you think? So it's 5 worlds. I'm gonna drop some info before I try to bring up the photos if I can. Um, so yeah, so here's some info. So it will be opening allegedly summer of 2025 is when Universal is looking to open this up. So that's not even that
Okay,
long from now. That's obviously
it's
maybe a
not
little
long
bit
at all.
over a year. It's not long at all. And this is not just like it's just like some like little extension or a little part of the theme park that's getting added like a little world. No, this is a full-blown other gate. This is a whole other theme
Yeah,
park. So it's gonna be Islands of Adventures, Universal Studios, and Epic Universe. So that's not so they're not gonna have 3 parks and only gonna be one behind Disney, which has 4, not including the water parks, which is 2. Um so it's opening 2025, and there's going to be, I think, I count what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates, 5 gates, which we're going to talk more about in a little bit. But the 5 gates are going to be Dark Universe, the Ministry of Magic, which is obviously an extension of the Harry Potter worlds that are already in Universal. Um,
yeah,
How to Train Your Dragon gate, a Super Nintendo world, which is already in Japan and Los Angeles, and then there's going to be a area called Celestial Place, which I don't really know what that is, but um, so what do you think, man? You think that this might put them over Disney World? Like you've been to Disney
I was gonna say
recently,
that.
so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you know what the
Uh,
mix is right now.
yeah. I think it'll kind of get them a little closer. Disney World,
No,
like,
just a little, just a little.
yeah, yeah, because Disney World, yeah, they run this area. Like it ain't like this area is run by Disney World. Like
Wow.
everything is Mickey Mouse, everything's mouse here. Um, everything like you drive by, there's a whole light post. You probably seen it. It looks like the mouse
Yeah, I
ears.
see it. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So everything's Disney around here. Uh, yeah, I don't
But a
think
lot of
it's gonna be
people have
hard for them to catch up to Disney, bro. Disney is
right. And I don't know. I'm not even. I don't. They didn't say anything like, "Oh, I'm absolutely that we're like trying to catch up to them or beat them." They didn't say that.
I want them to,
And
man.
honestly, I
Disney's
don't
too
think
expensive.
they. What happened? The boat.
I
Yeah,
want
they're
them to catch them to Disney.
yeah. Because I mean, like a lot of people have said, like, and I don't think they operate that way. To be honest, obviously they got the numbers. They probably watch each other's numbers and attendance and stuff like that. But I don't think they operate in a way like, oh, we're trying to beat the other. Other than just straight up numbers every year. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Universal is aiming to like overcome Disney or nothing like that. But
Yeah,
a lot of fans have been saying that the experience, as far as park attendance, has been a lot better going to Universal than going to Disney because Disney these days, Disney World has been like you've got to download the Genie app and do all this stuff and make a reservation to go.
yeah,
Like when I went out there last time, to this day, well, I got a new phone now, but the phone that I had at the time, literally like the front facing camera broke because as usual it was pouring, raining in Disney World, and I had like 1 minute to get a reservation for that Star Wars ride, and I had to do it.
yeah,
Luckily, I got the reservation, so it worked. But I sacrificed my front facing camera for that, and
yeah,
stuff like that is what people are getting really upset about with being at Disney World. Whereas with Universal, you kind of just go. Which, in my personal experience, I got more upset being at Universal than I did at being at Disney because Universal, I feel like they run it as far as with the weather, they run it kind of not smart compared to how Disney runs it. But yeah, so what do you think? Tell me your thoughts.
Well, it's going to so yeah. I think they do want to beat out Disney. They do want to compete.
Oh,
I think so. Honestly, I do believe that. But it's going to be hard because like even when it comes down to Disney and their employees, you know what I'm saying? Like I honestly thought when I was walking, cause I went to Disney the other day. I thought when I was walking through Disney, I'm like, yo, I'm surprised nobody came through and made one of them videos like trying to piss off a Disney employee, like just
oh.
going up to them and probably like cussing at them or whatever. I feel like they
Right.
would be strong enough mentally to beat through it because they always be like, "Hey, friends," that's their favorite thing to say. Hey,
Well,
friends,
yeah,
how you
that's the
guys do?
least. Though. I ain't
Yeah,
giving them no
yeah,
credit for that. They get paid to do that, and even some of
yeah.
them,
What I'm
they ain't
saying
all
is,
pleasant. Because I ran into one that wasn't that was
it
when
wasn't
I got
wasn't
into a
pleasant.
situation there
Yeah,
was somebody who wasn't being very pleasant for, and I did not warrant it in no kind of way. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like that just depends on your day, but I but again, overall, I had a better experience at Disney World than I did at Universal
Yeah, yeah.
overall.
But you know, I don't know. I think this is definitely an amazing move by Universal. The Epic Universe. I gotta look where it's placed because whenever I go to City
You
Walk,
don't see that.
I don't see nothing. So it has to be on a different area that's probably not too much of a drive, but it's not like right
No,
there.
bro, it's right
It's
there. It's in
right
the
there
same, like you park in the same parking lot where you would go, say you were going to Islands of Adventure
for
or
real.
Universal.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
at
right
I
there.
was at
You can look.
I was at City Walk the other. I ain't seen nothing. I gotta maybe I just wasn't looking. I gotta look again or something.
But because there's probably not a good view of it from City Walk because you gotta be to be able to see it, you would have to be kind of elevated because to be looking down at it, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be because remember in Universal and Disney and all those places, they have so much like like fake backgrounds and stuff to like block
Yeah,
visions
yeah.
of construction and stuff like that. So
And I'm
you'd
thinking
have to
like,
be
where would the entrance be? Because we know when you walk in the City Walk, you got Islands of Adventure to your left and Universal to the right. I'm wondering where where that entrance would be. Oh, there. That's what it's looking like. Let's see. I don't know. I don't even know where that would be.
let me
Maybe it's on the back.
let me see. I could let me see if I could find a photo real quick of um
And they said end of
where it's at.
2025, summer 2025. That's gonna be dope. I don't know. I'm looking at it. You got Harry Potter. Oh, Harry Potter's a big one. Harry Potter can compete. I feel like Harry
What you
Potter
mean?
can
Compete with
compete.
what? With what?
If
What you
if
mean?
if they really dive in like Harry Potter, the Wizarding World, I feel like that
Um,
low key can compete with like Mickey Mouse in the long run. Not
well, they
right away.
already got they already, you know what I'm saying? They already got the Wizarding World in Island of Adventure and Universal. So this is just gonna be like an extension of it. But this is gonna
Yeah,
be like the Ministry of Magic mixed with the Beast movies. I always forget what they're called. Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
whatever.
I feel like that
Yeah,
and the
the
Nintendo World, all they can. What are the other ones? The Dark Universe is that
Dark Universe
Disney?
is gonna be is a good question. Dark Universe is gonna be like, which I don't think this is a smart idea, but if they think it's gonna work, I guess it will. They're like gonna use because you know Universal, they own like all the classic monsters like Frankenstein and the Wolfman and like the creature from the lagoon, whatever it's called. So that Dark Universe is gonna be rides completely based upon those that universe, like those and like the Invisible
Word.
Man and stuff like that. Um,
It sounds fire to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
it's definitely it's gonna be something. I feel like it's
Because I feel
like you
like
said. I
yeah, you
think
you go to different parts, you gonna get like a different vibe. Like Nintendo World is gonna be a way different vibe than Harry Potter. When you
oh
go
yeah,
to
yeah, for sure.
Dark Universe, they're all gonna be a different vibe. I wonder if they're gonna do annual passes
Yeah, probably
or if
whatever. I'm pretty
if it's
sure
gonna be
whatever.
expensive. That's the real question. How expensive is it
Okay,
gonna
so I
be?
got a little map. So like you, maybe let me see. I guess wait, the map's kind of confusing. I'll show you, but it you were kind of right that it's a little bit like it's not exactly next to them both.
It's not gonna be in City Walk.
Wait, what? It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be in City
I
Wall. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What do you
I
mean?
don't think it's because I'm like, yeah, I've been to City Walk. I don't think I can't think of anywhere that they could put it when you go in City Walk. Like
You
unless you
can't see
got
the construction from City Walk, but I know people on YouTube have been at like in Universal and been able to use their cameras to see construction.
in Universal. So yeah, it's probably on the other side. So it's got to. I don't think you can use the entrance to City Walk to get because I feel like you would have to either
Oh no,
walk
no, no!
through.
You're not gonna be
Yeah,
able to
so
use the entrance to City Walk to get there. No,
yeah,
no,
so it's
no.
gonna be like maybe the other way. So you got to drive maybe around and go through a different entrance.
Yeah, it's definitely
Unless
gonna be
unless they're
now that
gonna
I'm
have
looking at
some
you.
kind of you see how Disney has the little monorails and shit like transportation. Maybe they're gonna have something similar to where like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
transport you to the other side or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. And like
Yeah, yeah, they
exactly,
definitely got to set up for
exactly
that.
like exactly like that. Because it's gonna be like just like how when you're at Disney, if you're at like Magic Kingdom or whatever, you gotta like take a bus or a train or whatever it is. You're not like you can't just walk. I mean you could, but it would usually
Yeah,
take you forever. So but let me show you this little map real quick and then we'll move on. Um but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too expensive either. Like I feel like it's gonna be because I know Universal's a little cheaper than Disney. I don't think I can zoom in anymore. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get this banner off. Yeah, you have to zoom in. It's far, but the blue area would be what's going to be or let me try to bring it up bigger. Let me see. The blue area is what would be Epic Universe.
yeah.
And then
You
as you
see,
can see,
that's a whole different area.
yeah. I mean, I
Cause
would
those,
consider a
yeah,
different
yeah.
area.
It's
All of that is
it's not that
Universal
far.
property. Yeah, it's because what is that? That red would be like the highway, right? I'd assume.
I think the yellow's the highway. I don't know what the red is.
The red must be so the red must be some sort of like universal transportation
Oh,
or something
see,
like that.
you see that yellow to the right, to the left, all the way to the left, where you see Volcano Bay. That's the
Yeah.
I-4. So you got all of that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is a good 10 minutes away from City Walk.
You think
Cause
so? A 10 minute drive?
yeah, that's a good minute away. Because that's the I-4. Boom, Volcano Bay. I drive past that all the time. Boom, right? Now think about it. Now if you get off that, you got to get off at this exit, that first exit, and keep going down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be on that side. So yeah, that's gonna be a good like 10 minute drive from
Wow, that's surprising. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it. But then that's so weird because then it's like, bro, I didn't seen a bunch of videos. I'll even show everybody a little video. I've seen a bunch of videos. Well, people recently have been taking drones and going over there, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
unless I'm tripping, I could have sworn I saw YouTubers posting videos of them being at Universal or from like the parking garage of Universal or something and being able to see construction. I could have sworn.
yeah.
But
I'm not sure where they was at. That looks like I want to say that's International Drive. No, that's not even International Drive because the next one is International Drive. Yeah, that's it's not that far, but it's not like you're not gonna be able to walk to it. Definitely not.
oh wow, interesting. Video, let me see. I don't know.
I wonder what that red thing is. That red thing may be transportation.
Yeah, it got to be like some kind of transportation that they provide people to get
Yeah,
there.
there's
Has
got
to
to
be.
be some kind of transportation because you see that's in like it looks like it's going over the roadways.
Yeah, this thing won't let me. Yeah, I'm trying to play the video, but it won't let me upload it. StreamYard. Oh, we live. We about to. So let me see. What else I was gonna ask is well, I guess you kind of answered my question because I was gonna ask like, if you see this as like Universal kind of overpowering Disney. Um,
Yeah, nah. I feel like it'll bring them just a tad bit closer. Who knows in the long run? In the long run, it may be doing some big things, but it's definitely gonna do some great for Central Florida. It's gonna bring more tourists.
yeah, yeah,
Most
that's gonna
likely,
be for
more
that.
money
I
for the
predict that for that entire year, it's gonna be just like tourist central. I mean, it already is. Obviously, it's Orlando, but
yeah. The traffic's already
that's gonna
insane.
attract people all over that. Yeah, that summer's gonna be crazy. That and that airport is crazy enough. So I don't even imagine what that was gonna be like that summer because there's gonna be people from every country going and out making YouTube videos and all that. Because you got to think
Facts.
this is gonna be the most recent, most state of the art, up to date, technologically advanced
That's
theme
true.
park. As you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Because the last one that opened that was big like that was Animal Kingdom. And Animal Kingdom, I think, opened in like 98 or something.
Oh, that was the last one. Not including Volcano Bay, because that's
Yeah,
the
I'm
water
not
park.
including the water parks. I'm talking about just straight up actual like major theme park. Yeah. So
That's true.
it's been a long time. Um, yeah. Well, I had the video, but we'll talk more about it because the video isn't loading anyway, and we got time, you know. So next up, we're gonna talk about which I think is really the last topic. Well, actually, it's not the last topic because we have a new segment that we're gonna get into later today that we'll talk about after we talk about the Vultures um release. So did you see it, man? Did you or not did you see it? Did you listen to it? Did you
Yeah,
get a chance
I
to listen?
listened to. I listened to. I think I listened to half the album.
Like half, like half.
I
What's that?
listened to half. I
I
think
think there's
there's
like 16 songs, right? So
yeah. I
what did
think
you
I
get to
listened to
like?
like 8 or 9. I think I got to like track 9. I listened straight through.
Did
Uh,
anything stick out?
some tracks. I don't know with this album. I gotta listen to it again because it didn't hit to me like some of his other albums, but it was still good. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Kanye he does this thing which he did on other albums where I don't think he writes his records no more. Like I think he goes in the booth and just freestyles. A lot of people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like I can tell the difference between writing Ye and freestyling Ye.
Hmm.
But
I
I
mean,
still gotta listen to it again.
yeah, I feel like the past maybe I'll say maybe his past 2 3 albums, if you're counting the Donda albums, it's been mixed bags. Like it's been
Hmm.
songs on it that are really good, and then some songs that are really not very good, or some songs that even sound like they are unfinished. Like he didn't even bother to
Yeah,
finish completing them. And I'm not gonna lie though, and then you said you didn't finish listening to it, so I'm not gonna hold you to like a whole like, oh, you listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't listen to the whole thing, so I'm not gonna like argue your opinion. But um, but I think on this album there's none of that.
hmm.
Every song is filled. He doesn't do that thing where he did on the last couple albums where he just doesn't say things and it's just blank.
Yeah,
Um,
no, he did.
oh,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't hear any songs like that. I remember in other songs it'd be just be like, you know what I'm saying, and just
yeah, like you could tell he just
he ain't
didn't
do
know
that.
what to say or something, and he was just like, eh, like he just decided to leave it. But he
Writing
didn't do
versus
that.
freestyling
But
encapsulates how I feel about his work now perfectly. Yeah,
yeah. Which again,
I
like I
feel
said,
late.
I would argue that that he doesn't necessarily he probably doesn't feel the need to sit there and like, all right, forget even the need, because the need, that's that same thing that kind of like that Andre 3000 was saying. It's like, yo, I'm at this point, it's like, what can I talk about? And I think the reason, right, and which is so interesting that y'all are saying this, the reason why I think Andre 3000 don't want to rap no more is because he don't want to rap like how Kanye West is rapping. You get what I'm saying? And he doesn't have it in him no more, or the lifestyle in him no more to write as like soulfully or passionately as he would want to. Because obviously you listen to Vultures and you go listen to College Dropout and Late Registration and even
Yeah,
Graduation completely, completely.
that's what I'm saying. Like
And then
there's a
even
record that I
somewhere
heard.
throw Jesus is King in there with which was straight up like gospel music during that era. So
There
you know
was
what
a
I'm
song
saying?
on there. I don't know if you know it. You probably know which song I'm talking about, but there's a sample where I don't know where the sample's from, but he's like, "Oh, I wish there was big titty bitches that fell in your lap from the sky," right?
Yeah.
Or and he repeats that same thing like
Mm.
20 times, and I'm like, the like old Kanye probably would have repeated like twice and then went crazy, snapped on a few bars. But him now, he probably just a little more chill with it. Not saying it didn't sound good, but I could just tell he just went in there and just turned up freestyle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make some great music anyway. But
Word.
that's just the difference. Like Leger said, writing versus freestyling encapsulates how I feel about his work perfectly. It's like I can't say that it was bad because it wasn't, but it's like that's pretty
Yeah.
much what I got from it.
Yeah, that's what I get what y'all saying. I get what y'all saying. I'm not gonna say I don't get what y'all saying, but I would say I think he is writing.
Oh, you
But
think
that's
he
what I'm
writing?
saying is I don't think. Yeah. Well, probably most likely like all rappers, not all of it, not 150%. There are probably bars where he goes because I think all rappers do like fill in. Like I think they write the main of what it is, then when they actually recording, they probably about how it sounds, what the engineer is saying, and what the back and forth is, they probably like add and take stuff out. Um, but yeah, I feel like he is writing it. But like what I'm saying is just like Andre 3000 was saying, like, yeah, I could write, but the stuff that I would write about in my life today is not stuff I would want to hear. And I would probably write it in a way that is not the way that y'all are used to me hearing. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we all need to figure out what we want out of these like musicians and stuff, because if we in the same breath could say Drake is wrong for like keeping, because maybe this is why people like Drake, which is what did also happen to him, when they try to do differently or they try to like make their music differently, then they're like critiqued as like, oh man, you don't got it no more. Because
Yeah.
like when he did that whole that I think it was like a techno album and he had come out last that 2 summers ago or whatever it was, or there was like some techno song he had dropped, and they was like, oh, this is Drake's worst album. And I was like, man, some of this is pretty good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
But
I listened to that.
I
It
don't
was
know.
actually fire. I listened to that album, but it
Yeah.
wasn't perceived well, I guess, to the public
Yeah. Probably, especially not by like his
fan
super,
base.
super Drake fans. But like I don't know, but just like even with this album, from what I've been seeing of the talking about the Vultures album again, from what I've been seeing with the response from like critics particularly, I don't think have been liking it. But with people like Kanye West, the critic situation you gotta like be easy with, because they tend to put their personal feelings about about stuff with him into the review. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And then on the opposite, or on the other end of the spectrum with his fans, they tend to kind of like over praise certain things to this end, because some of them are like, oh, like I've been seeing crazy stuff, but some of them are acting like this is like his best work, and I'm like, yo, this is far from his best work. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even one of them people who judge it in a way of like, oh, he because you'll see a lot of his fans too will say stuff like, oh, they'll post pictures or post comments about him and be like, oh, how did the guy who made, which I think is kind of what you saying low key, but you're being far more like pleasant about it. But they'll be like, oh, how did the guy who made Graduation make this? And they'll post like that song with like the beautiful big titty thing, or they'll post
Oh, they
like
posted that one.
yeah, like because remember they didn't even get to the Backstreet Boy song, everybody, they didn't even get to clear the sample for. So they're saying
Oh,
that
that's
they're
not on
trying to
there.
clear the
You're
sample.
right. I didn't see that.
No, it's not on there. Yeah, so they're saying that they're trying to work out getting the sample cleared so that they could update the album with it on there. But even that, a lot of his fans even like they don't like that song. Like they think it's really stupid, and that is I like it. But then I'm
No,
one of
no,
them
that
kids. I
song is
like
hard.
the original. I like the Backstreet Boy song when I was a kid. So maybe that's
That
why
song is
I think
hard.
it's a cool song.
I'm surprised. Dang,
Um,
that sucks that it didn't get cleared.
yeah, the Backstreet Boys didn't clear,
Supposedly, a lot of
but
people
they
are
didn't like
clearing stuff because of the whole anti-Semitic thingy.
yeah, that stuff too, obviously. And some people stuff, because I feel like one of the songs on there, another one that I really liked was it's towards the end of it. It's called like "Don't Die." That one he sampled like Donna Summers or something like that, and heard
Supposedly,
people
she
said
got
that
mad at that too.
he asked and they said no, and he still used it anyway. So,
Yeah.
but that's not the first time he's done that. He I've read somewhere that like most of his lawsuits are from that he has lawsuits that he doesn't even like talk about, people don't know about, that are from like him sampling music. So
Yeah, but one thing I could say about Kanye, his rollouts for his album, I feel like they're like no other. I feel like he's the best in the game when it comes to rolling out his album, like building hype around it. I don't see
and that's the thing
anybody
that's crazy. The
touching the way
thing
he
that
do
is
that.
too, because I don't even think that it's like him who does it technically, because you're not gonna find, he's been talking more because obviously he's been in a good mood that he just made $500,000 over the weekend, but he's prior to the album even dropping, you would not find one video of him promoting it or talking to a camera and saying, oh, Vulture's coming out so and so, like nothing. So there's no like street team of YouTubers or like not that he employs anyway, of YouTubers or anybody that's like hired to do this stuff like that for him. So it's really just this hype of just the person that he is, I guess. Is that what I would say? And
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't I think that's unique. I mean, I guess you could say a nigga like Drake would probably be on the same that same
Drake don't
level.
really roll out his albums like how he do, like Kanye do. Kanye, like you said, he don't really talk about it. People talk about it for him. If he's talking about it, he's doing things like that thing where he went on that rant in the middle of that the hotel room, and like maybe I don't even drop vultures. You know what I'm saying? He gets
Right,
caught
yeah,
saying
that's
stuff
what I'm
like that.
saying. For him, a rollout is basically just his life, like just
That's
him
what I'm
being
saying.
just
So
living.
like, and then doing
And
the whole album, the what is it, album release party or listening party. Like
because
I don't
even
see.
like like one of the more, all right, which obviously is the most popular song on it is Carnival, because that's like the one everybody's talking about and that has the most streams right now. That's like number one. And I was watching the video. I don't know if he re-recorded it, but when he originally recorded the verse for that, he did it at that party thing that you were talking about when they were in the
Yeah,
house,
yeah,
and
seen
he
that.
did it like amongst a group of all those people, and it was just weird. I'm just like, yo, this is like
Yeah, that's
very
another thing that I seen that brought me to that the conclusion what I was saying when I seen that same video, and I was like, that's the vibe that I'm getting from the album. That may not be where he fully recorded it, but that's what
no,
gave me
yeah,
that
they
thought
didn't record the whole
process.
thing there that night, no,
Yeah,
but
got you. He recorded that song there.
and so another thing I was thinking about, and I had a discussion about this with someone else before. I don't remember who it was, but um, in regards to like even how you were saying like it seems now he's not putting that same level of effort into it as far as like I guess lyricism or subject matter or whatever. He I don't think there's the reason why I think that why he that shouldn't matter and why it obviously I don't think matters to him or whoever be around him is that he I don't think there's another artist in his age range or that is from his generation that can generate buzz or hype or drop an album and do numbers and have songs actually chart like him. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And the people that I'm talking about from him, because you got to remember it, this his first album came out in 2004, so
Yeah,
this is literally 20 years ago.
this is
So
LeBron James of music, hip hop.
yeah, so it's like his generation is people like 50 Cents and the Diddy's and the Ti's and the Ludacris and the Young Jeezys and the Fat Joes and none of them would drop an album today and it would do any kind of numbers anywhere
That's
near this.
facts. That's facts.
Much less have young people actually go listen to it. So I think with all of that, he probably and obviously he knows that. So it's like I feel like he's just like, and another thing, like I always say, and I have said this a million times, even on this podcast, people like him and Lil Wayne and all these other artists who had a time period where they were literally dominating, and and even Jay-Z and all they don't owe us nothing. They do not owe us
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah. Man, that's facts.
Don't
That's facts.
forget, Lil Wayne had a whole period where he was thought he was a rock and roll person. He was so high, he was making rock and roll and punk rock music, and it did not go very well. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially not critically. He had them two songs, I think, Prom Queen and the other song, I forget what it was, that did pretty good as far as like radio play, but critically, people thought he was done, and he never really recovered from that.
Yeah,
From him falling off like that. So I don't think these people owe us nothing because at the end of the day, Lil Wayne still made the Carter 3. He still dropped all the mixtapes, all them no
yeah, yeah,
ceilings
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
them droughts, or So I don't. I just feel like once they do that, they done whatever they did, they can do whatever they want. Like what I'm saying, particularly if it's gonna
That's true.
sell,
Yeah, nah,
because
that's true. Because the other, I mean, Kanye's body of work is insane when you look at like all his albums and all
I mean, the
even the music
last
that he put
three
out.
is the last 3 or 4 is iffy, but he gave college dropout, late registration, graduation, um, 808s and heartbreak, a lot
Yeah, all
Yeezus.
those.
Because even when some
Jesus is
people
fire.
don't really like Yeezus, but when even the time period when that came out, it was just like this, like it was like dominating, and
Yeah,
um, yeah. So I don't know. Obviously, nobody else could do because 50 Cent can't drop an album right now. 50 Cent cannot drop an album right now. It would be a complete
nah,
financial waste
disaster.
of an investment. It'd be a disaster, literally a disaster. You know what I mean? And so yeah, so because of that, but I mean, and I'm still like listening to the album, which I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna do like a some sort of like track by track review and upload it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that'd be
I
dope.
don't know how I can legally do that without it being taken down, but I'm gonna see how I can do it, even if it's just clips. But I honestly don't think it's that great. Yeah, you know what I'm
The
saying? Like
album.
I listen to it. No, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you what I'm happy about with this album. I'm happy that it is proof that one of all that stuff that I was just saying, I'm not going to repeat, but also prove that if he wanted to, he could still release a project. You get what I'm saying? Like if he was musically inclined to do so, which obviously is what he did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that it shows that's like, bro, I'm the only person or the only artist alive that could do all these things and and have them all be successful. Because even the Nike, the Adidas thing, I saw him. He met up with the CEO yesterday or the day before that. After all this crap they've been through, who's probably about to re-sign him to add more sneakers. And when you think about it, any deal that he signs for these sneakers now is going to be a deal where he's probably going to have a lot more of the. He's going to be even more in control than he was the last time. So whether he's doing this,
you think he's gonna go back to Adidas? Because he did something at the Super Bowl. He mentioned shoes, but I ain't see no shoes on the website.
Right. Because they're not really shoes. They're not sneakers. They're like these. They're the Yeezy. I think he called them like they're called like pods or something. They're like socks, basically with some like things, the shoe stuff on the bottom. And he's selling them for $20, and he's selling all the merch on the website for $20. And that has in the and in the weekend alone. And remember, both his music and his clothing and everything now is completely ran by him, and so he gets 100% of the everything from it. Yeah. And he made.
That's why I don't think he would sign to Adidas.
But I mean, again, right now he has and this is which is why it's good that you said that, because part of the problem, particularly for people overseas getting the merchandise that he had for sale, is that the shipping rates was almost 10 times whatever the price of the merchandise was. In some countries, I saw a kid in India post that a kid in India posted that he tried to buy 2 t-shirts, and the equivalent for shipping was $500 for shipping 2 t-shirts, 2 $20 t-shirts. Damn. So right. And why is that? That is because, and this is why, like we talk about all the time, this is why black people, even black major artists, always have to go under some white company to distribute their things, because only big shoe distributors like Nike, Adidas, Skechers, and whoever else you want to mention, they are the ones who have distribution and shipping deals with FedEx and all of them. Yeah. Kanye does not have that. So any shipping is coming out of his pocket and the pocket of that company. So that's why some of those people in those countries, that shipping was what it was. So how that relates to your
I do want to say what's crazy about that is like he's right where, like, it's like he spoke this into existence, right? The whole thing with Sway, because Sway was telling him, such and such. It just wasn't the time yet.
Yeah, it's like
saying like,
especially not then.
I can't do that. Yeah, then wasn't it? Now's the time. That's why I don't think he should even consider Adidas, bro. I feel like he should really try and find a way to get that done. Because if anybody's close could do that, it would be Kanye. Like, really figure out a way to get shipping to other countries and stuff like that.
Yeah, he could, like, especially
closer now than ever to do that.
Right. But yeah, the only reason I think he wouldn't, though, the only reason he would not do it, I think, is out of pride. Like if he was on some like, oh, I'm not doing it because because they dissed me or what they did to me last time. But I think other than that, money wise, I think he would, especially if they was allowed to give him maybe say even double what he was. I think he was getting literally half of last time. So they even let him get 70%. I think that he would do it. Yeah, man. But that's it, man. That's it for the Vultures discussion. Like I said, I'm gonna try to like put up some type of review on the YouTube with song by songs. Oh, but like I was saying, I don't like it that much. There's like 3 or 4 songs that I think are really, really good. But this has been like for his past 3 albums. There's 4, maybe 5 songs that are really, really good. But the rest of it to me is just like, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I honestly actually think I enjoyed Ty Dolla $ign's vocals and stuff on it more than I did like Kanye's. And then obviously like the beats and stuff, which he contributes to. But I think it was all right, bro. Like when I do my review, I'm gonna rank his albums, but this is not even, I wouldn't even say this is top 5. This ain't top 5. This ain't top 5. This ain't top 5. And people, and I don't see mad at his fans on Reddit and like on the internet, like on YouTube and all that, saying like, oh yeah, this is the best thing he's done since like graduation. This is the best thing he done since like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm like, no. This ain't nowhere. especially for his other because and that goes into what we were talking about of what I was saying, like even with the Lil Wayne and Drake and well, not Drake, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and them people that had been done what they did. Unfortunately, when you're that great, you hold this kind of new standard. Like
Yeah.
the minute you make something that is not like, bro, 50 Cent dropped the two of the, you could say, top 10 illest albums in rap history. And that third one didn't really match up. And then people started to realize, and then he lost it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, but how do you make another Get Rich or Die Trying, bro? I listened to the album like 2 weeks ago. It's still a masterpiece. You get what I'm saying? Like, even for today's standards, the album is, you're like, damn, how did he do this? And even to an extent, you can't redo that. You can't redo that. And even the second, what's the second one called? With Piggy Bank and all that on there.
Massacre.
The Massacre. That might even be better than Get Rich or Die Trying. So it's like, once you do two, it's hard to keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying?
So you gonna get the Nike? You gonna get the sock shoes?
Oh hell no! I would have got. There was $20. I would have bought them 2 days ago.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna get. Wait, is it all sold out? Not the sock shoes. I mean, I ain't getting the sock shoes. But do you know if like his whole thing sold out? Because I would get a T-shirt. $20. I'd get a T-shirt.
I don't think I wasn't really fucking with nothing on there like that. So I don't think you would. It's not. It doesn't look bad. I just feel like it's not super crazy. But hold on. Let me how do you share a screen?
Present.
Oh yeah, it's right there. About to be done anyway. Hold on. Make sure I don't got nothing crazy going on. Okay. Oh, you could pick which thing. Okay.
Yeah, which
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. You gotta bring it up.
See it?
Oh yeah, I see it.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah.
I don't think it's sold out though.
Shoes. Rich said she'll get the sock shoes.
On the ships in 2 weeks. And that's another thing too. Usually his shipping takes like super long. Like I once got a shirt from him and it took like literally 3 months for that shirt to come. Like over 3 months.
The sock shoes sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. What if like you step on glass or something?
No, you can watch. I'll show you. Where they at? Oh, maybe the sock shoes are sold out. But it's what he's wearing in these.
So all the colors are black and white.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not very and then like I like the design of this one, but I don't like that that cut. You know?
Yeah. What up? Keeping up with the Enterprise. What up? What up, Brian? What up, AB?
Oh, that's Ryan? I even know that's not.
Nah, that's Brian.
Is that? I don't know if it's the Ryan I'm thinking of. Is it the Ryan I'm thinking of?
Nah.
Okay. Oh, let me show you the shoes and then I'll try to get out this. So this is what the sock shoe look like.
Word. Yeah, man. I don't. Unless it's like some super technology. That look like
the bottom. See, the bottom is like that. Like the bottom looks like the bottom of like a. Yeah, it's not just like your bare foot.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's like you wouldn't. I mean, I don't know what's in that middle part. If there's any protection there, I hope so. There's some sort of. I assume there's some sort of padding, but you still probably wouldn't want to step on like no glass or a nail or nothing like that. You're done.
Bro. It just gives me a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, for sure. But if he can, yeah, I'd probably. But if he can find a way, to get some sort of decent looking sneaker in production and get them on the site to sell for even $90, bro, he's gonna make a lot of money. Because imagine him doing the numbers that Adidas deal did without having to cut the money with Adidas. He would literally be the real richest black person. Like, I know he goes around saying that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he could. There's so many. I forgot to do. What's it called? Something.
Shout out Burrell.
America.
Ain't seen Burrell in a minute. So.
Yeah. I forgot the name of it. It's like something in America. I think it's called. That's what it's called. Sia. Yeah. You heard of that
What's that?
shoe line? They were trying to get Kyrie to do shoes with them before Kyrie went with whoever he went with. I forgot.
Uh,
They're called like something in America or something like that, right? I feel like if Kanye teamed up with somebody like that, because they already make fire shoes, and
right.
put his creative mind, I don't know. I feel like he could really do something. You know what I'm saying?
He could. He
Like,
just got to make a decent. He because from what because I didn't even think these stupid sock pods would sell, and they did.
yeah,
So if he could sell that, if he could make a sneaker outside of the Adidas that people will that respect the design and people will wear it, bro, he
yeah,
can make a lot of money. And if he could get some half decent clothes up on there too, but like we talked about all the time, production of these things is like super hard.
I bet.
But but yeah, man, we'll talk more about that Vultures album, and like I said, I'll have a review up hopefully by Friday, which will be 1 week from the release, and maybe not exactly on Friday because I would like to include whatever numbers they get back in my review, but we'll see what happens. All right, man. Before we get out of here, it's been an hour and 25. We're gonna start a new segment called "How Do You Feel?" How do you feel? How does this subject make you feel? And today is gonna be a subject that is like I think we've talked about it a little bit on here, but we haven't really
Mm-hmm.
dove into it. So it's gonna be the whole. I don't know if I spelled this right. I honestly don't care. Israel versus Palestine, man. Me and you were texting about this a little bit earlier, and I
Yeah,
don't know how much people are still with us in the chat, but shout out everybody in the chat. And I would like to hear people's opinion on this. But as we know, there's a lot of war going on out there in the Middle East, and war has been going on there for a
it's war
long
everywhere right
time.
now. Yeah, yeah,
War is going on everywhere.
that's true.
War is going on everywhere. That's that's point blank, and it's only going to continue. But particularly particularly in the Middle East, war has been crazy for a long time, for as far back as I can remember, to be honest. So, um, but obviously today the focus is being held a lot on particularly Israel versus Palestine, and people are picking sides. Just yesterday, I was in the city in Union Square, and the entire Union Square was taken over by protesters, and they had signs and all that, and so there was no walking through there, and so
Yeah,
and I understand the point of protesting and that it's to bring awareness and that it's supposed to make a movement and all that, but I gotta be 100% honest, man. I don't understand the point of doing this stuff so far away from where the issue at hand is taking place. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
That's my issue with it, right? Like, a lot of people want to bring awareness to it, but it's like, what can we do? What can the average person? What could you bring in awareness to this do? Like, a lot of people say, I forgot what it was, but stop eating at Starbucks and McDonald's because they fund something over there. But if people really believe that stopping eating at McDonald's and Starbucks is gonna stop anything with that war, you're delusional.
and that's where it offends me.
You're
That,
delusional.
that's
it's
where
not. It's not gonna.
that's where your protesting and your ideology offends me, because it's one thing if you want me to believe this crap or whatever because or whatever. But I can't do nothing about it. Like you said, there's nothing I could do, but you're still willing to mess up my day or inconvenience me or you like, why can't it just be like, okay, you're worried about it, or the people who are concerned about it and worried about it, yes, you preach it towards those people, or you create groups where you go interrupt the government who's really
Yeah,
more capable of doing something than us. But I just do not get why it's like, why is it an idea that like me not believing in this thing or caring about it every day, every night, and talking about it and spreading awareness about it, why does that make me a bad person, or why does that make
yeah.
me
That's the issue.
negative to the cause?
Yeah. That's the annoying part. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, nobody wants to think. I mean, yo, it's sad. It is sad to see I see videos on the timeline on Twitter of the Palestinian kids. It really is a sad situation. But why would I want to continue seeing this sad situation when it's miles and miles away? Like,
But forget even seeing it, because it's like I don't feel like nobody's like, other than the protesting, and if you're trying to get around, it's inconveniencing you. I don't think anyone's like, and then I probably don't see some like YouTube propaganda
oh
commercials,
nah,
but
nah. Go on Twitter. Scroll
oh,
down.
okay, I'm
You'll
not
see
sure. That's my problem. I'm
they
not.
show the raw footage of these kids like bleeding and all this stuff.
But even that, it's like,
Like
bro, I don't understand this. The
yeah, bro.
wars, like
It's
you
like
said when we first started, it's going everywhere.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do they want us? They want us to suit up and go over there and handle them niggas ourselves. Like, I don't get it. Because I mean, I don't
All right, but
know.
okay, all right. So forget. Okay, so let's say we're thinking like these people are thinking, and it's not even just like, oh, it's not about you not supposed to do something, but we want to spread the awareness. We want to spread awareness if someone does something about it. It's like, okay, everyone knows. People know now. So now, what are you? Once I know, you can't make me know
Yeah,
more by protesting. I already know about it. So what is the point? I just don't get it. And
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
like we
That's
were
that's the
saying,
question. Like you said, spreading the awareness so everybody knows about it. So what do we do after we know? Do they want us to? I mean,
and that's
and this is a
no
real
answer to that.
question. This is my real question to the people who are doing the, because like to be really honest, after the whole Ukraine and Russia issue, I kind of stopped caring about outside politics because
Bro, I'm out.
that was the
I'm
whole
exhausted. I'm
yeah,
out,
yeah.
man.
After
I'm
that, I
word
was
out.
like, yeah, I'm done.
They took up.
So
They took up
with the
all the
Palace
sympathy.
with the Palestine and Israel and Hamas, I honestly don't really know too much about it, and I don't want to know because I ain't trying to sit around thinking about Palestinian kids all day. Like for real, like it just is what it is. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying. It's a really sad situation, but there's nothing that somebody like me knowing about it can do about it. And
Yeah, no.
if anybody knows of ways that I can help, I would love to know. Like I would really, I'm interested in knowing how they feel like we can
I
help.
tell you something I don't want to know. Don't tell me, because I don't give a crap. Let me tell you something, bro. War is going on everywhere. Everywhere. Genocide has been happening in Africa long before you and anybody in this chat was born. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And look at what happened with Rwanda. They made a whole movie about it. Don Cheadle's in
yeah,
it. That
yeah,
was real
yeah,
genocide. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
No one cares about that. You don't see nobody in comments telling you, oh, well, bro, you'll be in Instagram talking to somebody about food, about, oh, I went to this restaurant and it was terrible. It was terrible. Another person will be like, I went to this restaurant, it was great. And here will come out of nowhere some random person. I wish you cared about Palestine the way you cared about food. What?
That's OD, bro.
Nigga, you want me to care about Israel and Palestine more than I care about food? More than I feeding myself? Like, yo, y'all are tripping for real. Like, there's no way you could explain to me why in specific I should care about Israel and Palestine. And people will say, oh, it has to do with you because this has good, whatever, the land of. I don't care, bro. I do not care.
Yeah,
Them people don't care about me.
I really would love to hear the protesters out to where what do they expect? Because I honestly honestly I really don't know what they expect. You know what I'm saying? After the awareness, like you said, like oh, we have to build awareness. We have to build awareness. All right, what next? Because the
Because we're
governments
not the
and all
one
these
doing nothing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The politicians are gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. Like I don't know if they want us
But
to
then again,
vote for something. Is it a
okay,
voting thing? I don't know.
no, it's not a voting thing. And this is why, particularly this one in specific, pisses me off because it's like, bro, like you said a while ago, the land is so far, we cannot do nothing. It don't even have nothing to do with us. We are, this
Yeah,
is, bro, like, this is like, this is like the Knicks playing the Celtics and basketball fans asking baseball fans to care or asking them like, oh, why you don't care? Like, nigga, that don't got nothing to do with me. And if I don't watch that sport, I particularly don't care. And I do not watch Israel and Palestine. I'm never gonna go over there. I don't have no reason to be over there. I would never go over there. You get what I'm saying? And that's not no disrespect to anybody who that's your background or that's where you come from or you that you know what I'm saying. You I don't know. I don't even too much. You don't even know how everybody wants to like go to Dubai. I don't really care to go to Dubai like that. I would go, you know what I'm saying, if things lined up that way, but it's not like on my list of like, oh, I must go. So all them type of places like I don't really care, bro. And
I'm starting to think it's just
And
a
I want
fad.
another
Like
thing.
it's a trend.
It doesn't mean you
Like,
don't.
go
What are you
ahead.
saying?
I'm starting to think it's like a trend. Like to just go out there and protest. Like they don't really have like an end goal. It's just a trend or a
Well,
fad.
yeah, there's no end goal. The end goal would be obviously to end the war, but we know that's not happening. So that's
Yeah,
why it's like,
we're not ending nowhere. Like it's really like I said, it's delusional to think that not eating at McDonald's and Starbucks and is gonna do anything to move this war. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's
So it's
absolutely nothing
just
that we could do, and it's like we're not in control. And I don't know. I just wish, and not gonna lie to you, if your background is either one of these countries, and your people and your family, I can understand. I completely understand you fully caring about it. I just don't get
yeah.
when people want people who obviously have nothing to do. Like people will look at me and you, and this is why I take offense to it. People will look at me and see, obviously, I'm a black American male with Caribbean ancestors living in America, right? You know how much other things I like, other
Yeah.
prejudices and problems and issues and stuff I have to be concerned about before and then you want me to be concerned about Israel and Palestine, bro? Like, come on, man, it's too much. I really truly think there's a point where it's just like too much, and people are like, and I get that everybody wants their side to win, everybody wants their gang to win, everybody wants their people to excel and to live, but there's truly death and children dying everywhere. We know right here on American soil we have a shoot up your school problem. Your friends pissing you off, take an AK to school, kill them all. That like for some reason that is a real problem here in America. Why is that? Is the Gaza thing and the stuff going on in the Middle East, like you said, like you and Rachel be seeing on Twitter, these little kids with their heads blown off. That's supposed to be. I'm supposed to feel more sympathetic towards that than kids
I wonder if
learning algebra and getting their top
like
blown off.
like I said, I mean, I wonder if they the people who are protesting if they want us to go to war with them. But that I mean, I
What do you
don't
mean?
know. Like do they want us? Is that the reason why they're protesting for us to join the
Go to
war,
war with who?
join the fight? Whoever
No,
they're for.
protesters ain't joining the fight themselves. You think they're going any further than where they're going with them? Them.
So
You think if they came down and told them to suit up, them protesters would go down? No, that's not happening.
that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm just like mighty. This is the one where I'm mighty confused about. You know what I mean? The
Bro,
when like
it's ridiculous.
the Ukraine one, that was like the last time where like I said, I got a little deep into. I heard about it, and then you start hearing like other sides of the story, then it gets all confusing, and then you're like, ah, man, forget all of this stuff. I'm not getting into with that crap, man. Like why? But that Ukraine and
Yeah.
stuff like that. The most thing that I was really in tune with was the some big thing when it came to politics and I guess war, not necessarily war, but us when we was in Afghanistan and the Taliban took over. You know what I'm saying? And
You talking about back
if
in
people,
9/11?
not even. It was like 2020 when the Taliban took back over. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I could understand if we were protesting, saying, "Hey, send our troops back. We don't want them over there. No, send our troops back. We don't want them like boom, boom, boom." I could understand people protesting for that because you're telling America and their government, "Hey, we want our troops back. We don't want to." You know what I'm saying? But this,
Yeah,
I just don't understand this.
bro. It's just people have a over, and another thing, people pick and choose, right? Because it's people who they like I said for some reason, and as I've even seen in New York City, people really care about this. I don't know why, and it's not just people. Obviously, there's a surplus of Jews and Jewish people and people from Israel in New York City, but it's not just them. It's like
Hmm.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
It's all
And
of it.
I
Yeah,
think
it's separate sides, right? You got the Palestinian, the people who are for Palestine, and you
yes,
got the
bro.
people who are
The
for
other day I was
Israel.
walking the street. I
And
literally saw two girls about to fight over this. And these were two young women that were in their maybe their early 20s about to fight over this because the girl, I think it was the Palestinian girl, ripped off. There was an Israeli propaganda like some type of pro-Israeli poster up, and she obviously didn't know an Israel Jew was a Jewish person was around her maybe. So she ripped it off, and immediately the Israeli girl turned around and was like, "Oh, how dare you rip it off!" And started going in, and was getting in her face about the fight. And the Palestinian girl was obviously less confrontational because she was
I'm a,
kind of
I'm a,
backing
I'm a,
away.
I'm gonna say this about it. If I was in the midst of the Israel and Palestine. Like if I was like in another body there in the middle of the war, and I'm seeing everything going on, and I see all this hoopla going on in America about it, like I'd be actually mad. Like, yo, what? Like, if y'all gonna fight about it, come help me, nigga. Like, come help me. What is wrong with
Yeah,
you? Y'all are wasting
get
your
your ass on
efforts.
a
Like, come
plane.
here. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all over there just making a hoopla about it. It's like y'all are mocking it type deal. You know what I mean? Like, come here and help me. Like, we're actually
It's like
going through
people.
this.
I don't know. It's like people expect like I don't know if people was paying attention and stuff when they were like in history class, but I didn't even like history. Even American history, I wasn't a great fan of. I thought it was just boring. But even when we would be reading that stuff and all how I always thought to myself like, this is never going to change. It's always going to be like this to some extent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just that is what it is. It's like it's just not going to end. Just like racism. People that think they're going to like protest away racism or like it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to happen. Like it's to some extent, it's always going to exist. Even the Nazis, they're kind of in hiding now, but they're still out there. They still out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still out there.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. This thing
We
of
just want to
thinking, oh,
use
let's
our
protest. Huh? What
yeah
happened?
use our we just got to use our protesting for things that like we can really, I guess, like change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you know, this one just it don't hit to me. I don't get it. So if anybody
Yeah,
can
don't
make
hit
me
me.
understand it.
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, to each his own, bro. If you care about it and you down for it, at least you're representing positivity and life. Because I don't want to see those kids out there dying. I don't want them kids to die. But some people call the Super Bowl a distraction because of a
Oh yeah,
bombing that happened over there and like and yeah and stuff like that specifically it's like are we not supposed the Super Bowl has something that's been an American pastime for years and years and years. We had to get over 9/11 and we still had a friggin' Super Bowl. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
we're supposed to I don't care what you want to call it. It's not a distraction. It's us doing what we do every year. You know what I'm saying? Like don't stop trying to project this idea that we should all stop everything that we're doing and not move until the Israel.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where he was gonna go with that because I'm like, oh, maybe he got the answer. Like, what are we gonna do
No,
after we stop what we're doing?
there's no
Just stop
answer
what
for
you're
that,
doing.
but it seems like that is what they want, or at least that it gets them mad when you're not doing that. Like if you're not stopping everything and it's your only concern, it's like they're like, oh, you want people to die. You want children. I've literally seen people respond to that. Oh, so you're okay with children dying, huh? I'm like, no, I'm not okay with children dying. There's just nothing I can do about it in Israel. It's like I can't even stop kids dying here. So
Yeah, right. Like Kanye said. They asked Kanye, he's like, man, there's people dying in Chicago, kids
yeah,
dying. I
like
can't
nigga,
even stop
whoa,
that. Like,
a week and I can't do nothing about that. And people have been trying to stop that. People have trying to been stop murder in America. How can we stop this? And I don't know how possible it is, but I always say, why don't they go like protest and interrupt the lives of the government, like the government people? They must have addresses and stuff, and stop being lazy. You could hire a hacker, find these people's address. Because you know what? Say what you want about them insurgent January 6 people, they did something. They did something. They was upset about how this things was going, and they tried. Then it wasn't successful, but at least they was like, you know what?
that's what I'm saying. So I
All this
mean,
talk ain't gonna
that's
do
what like
nothing.
if everybody the protesters for Palestine and Israel and you know what I'm saying they going hard for it, like let suit up.
Suit up.
Yeah, you feel me? Like suit up. If they really was about suiting up, then I'd understand. Like if they was like, yo, everybody, look what they're doing over there. Let's suit up and go handle business. I mean, I ain't gonna join you, but I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I see what you're doing there. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even coming to that. Like I don't understand it.
No, it's stupid, bro. It's dumb. And that's what I'm saying. Anyone who's expecting like, oh, the world should stop because of this, that's when you're crossing into the line of being ridiculous with me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
you can go find a soldier in Iraq or Afghanistan in the heart of war right now and ask him, should we do next year's Super Bowl? If you still like, he's gonna be like, hell yeah, y'all should do it. Do it. Like, don't stop none of this for me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
doing this because this is what we signed up to do. And unfortunately, that's war, bro. War is a real thing. And I think that's another issue
Yeah,
is that people, just like how people have a hard time grasping death and stuff like that, so they kind of like patty cake around it. People have a hard time understanding what war really is. It's literally just physically killing each other until someone gives up. That's
yeah. It's ridiculous. And then I mean, you also have to put into perspective too how the media. I mean, I don't know if you've seen I think I messaged it to you. The Putin interview. The interview with Putin
oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Carlson Tucker, where he pretty much like, yeah, I mean, United States runs the media for the world. You know what I mean? Like,
They definitely influence it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, they influence the media. They run the media for the world, and they're always gonna make Russia look like the warmongers and the evil people. And
Well,
that whole
let's not.
interview,
Putin
not
ain't
saying
exactly he ain't exactly an angel. So
well, it's funny. I mean, he made his case on it. Go watch the interview. He made his case on that interview. He could be lying. He
sure
could
he
be
said a
lying.
lot of things. Yeah.
He made his case that he ain't. I mean, obviously they got to do some wild stuff, but he ain't as
That listen,
evil.
bro. Listen to my
He
thing.
made the
That
case
man
that
has
he
gotten
ain't as
people
evil.
killed just for speaking their mind. If you get people, human beings killed just speaking their mind, you're not a good person.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
and America is not exactly shy of that. I'm not saying America is innocent and never got
yeah,
none of their people killed over talking because they have. But America would at least do that when they thought you were literally about to. Russia done killed people just for talking to blogs and stuff like that. It's wild and kept people in
it's true. It's
prison
true.
for over nothing, away from their families. So, um, but yeah, we all know America ain't innocent. They're not innocent at all. You know
Like I
they
said, he definitely made his case. Like if you watch the interview, like you can, although they still be on their bullshit and America be on their bullshit too, but he actually made his case. He's like shit sounded good. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sonic.
Shit sounded good. So, yeah, but yeah, like I said, with the media stuff, like America really just be shining light on different things that they want to shine light on. So it's just a whole bunch of BS when it comes to that.
Facts. All right, it's 11:08. I said that we was gonna go to 11, so we went only 8 minutes over, so it's not that bad. But shout out to everybody that was in the chat. The chat was pretty active today. Shout out to Leger, Rachel, Burrell, Maureen. I seen. I think that was it. I think that was
Keeping
the
up
only
with the
people that really said
enterprise.
something. Yeah, Enterprise seen that. Um, Shout out to everybody that was talking to us, bro, and shout out to everybody. Somebody gave us a thumbs up. I don't know if that came from, I guess, Facebook. Yeah, so shout
Yeah,
out that.
Facebook.
Shout out to the people that was watching on Facebook. Yeah, man. So we'll be back next week or the week after. Peace out.
Facts. Peace.